Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live in this live session with you all. And without any intimation, I apologize for that, but I did not knew as to when I will be online. And when I looked at my schedule and checked my schedule, it looked difficult to come online later on. So I just wanted to discuss a couple of points. Was here online. Hopefully, some of you would get the notification and would come online. But even if you don't, then this session will be uploaded by YouTube, so it would be uh, up there, so everybody can have a look as well later on. So hi, good afternoon, Mr. Pawar. Thanks for joining in. Hello there, Nagaraju. Hi, hello. Hope things are doing well for all of you. Hope you are doing well in your investments and trading. It is a difficult time since October in the investment and trading domain, but if you are in the market for the last, you can say, 3 4 years, you would understand that these phases do come in. And if you have been in this market for the last decade, then you will understand that this is exactly how the market normally behaves. So uh, at this point of time, it looks difficult for the market to move higher, but it seems like that we are finding some base around 15,000, although I still believe that we are not out of the woods. So in this session, I'm going to talk about the markets a little bit, and where do I see the market over the next 3 4 months, and over 1 or 2 years, where do I see the market. Second, I want to talk to you about a few sectors, 2 or 3 sectors, which could really perform next month. I mean, in July, that's my assessment, that they could move at least 2 to 3 sectors which could do well. I don't know about specific stocks as to which one would perform very well, but there are sectors which, in my opinion, making a bottom and could they just trend higher going forward. So we'll discuss about that as well. And then I'll answer your queries as well. If there are a number of people, I'll stay longer. Otherwise, I'll end the session within the next 20 25 minutes or so. So, all right, let's get the session underway. So, if you look at the market, the main indices as such, so basically, if you look at the main indices, then you have a scenario where uh, the Nifty is around 15,800 and meandering around there, but the mid and small cap index is still showing signs of going down further. So the small cap index is at 24,800, mid cap around 26,500. Both are down a bit today. There are select mid caps which are performing well. There are select small caps which are doing well. But it seems like this is going to be a long and arduous journey for those like me who are invested into mid and small cap companies for the foreseeable future. So in terms of the market, I believe that from July, that is tomorrow onwards, or probably from next week onwards, things should look better, and July could be better for the market. We could see a 4 5% move on the Nifty in July, and then a decline in August and September. So for the next 3 months, I feel the volatility will remain. I feel that the markets will remain in the same manner. Hi, FIFA Giant, a very good afternoon to you. Buchi Babu, thanks a lot for your support. Hello. So, in my opinion, the markets could remain in a range between 15,000 or at worst 14,500 to around 16,700, 800 on the upside for the next 3 months. So there could be a rally of 1,000 points coming in, probably in the next 1 month or so on the Nifty, and there could be a big move happening in mid and small cap stocks over this period, because there have been massive selling in the mid and small cap section over the last 2 3 months, especially since April. They have sold off pretty significantly. Even very good quality mid cap stocks have got sold off. Stocks which were at 50, 60, 70,000 crore market cap have shaved off nearly 50% in many of the cases. So I believe that probably In the next 3 months, we are going to see 16,800, and we may even see 14,500 in this period, and then a real surge in the market. So, in my opinion, from October onwards, as I have said time and again, the markets are set to do better. And through the festive season and then through to 2023, the markets are set to do much better. I still have uh, a firm belief that over 18 months, we should see 20,000 plus on the index. We should see major highs on the mid and small cap indices. And some people might even forget as to what took place, between October 21 to say even September, October 22, because the surge in you can say in the next 18 months could be huge after August, September. Why I'm saying this is that by September, I think that if the oil prices do not escalate and go beyond 125, $126 per barrel, people would have, or most of the investors globally would have priced in these oil prices, would have smashed most of the stocks as they would have willed, and large sections of the market would have become lighter, because those monthly traders, those you can say online Twitter traders, would have been out of the market. And that is why I really wish, although market do their own thing, I really wish the market goes down below 15,000 and goes to 14,500. That will just take out even further or any froth that is left in this market. And around 14,500, the market would be lower by around 23%. If we go back to 2016, during that period, that 2 month period, the market fell 22%. Over this 9 month period, if or 1 year period, if the market falls 23%, that is pretty normal. This has been you can say a long lasting, not a bear market, but a correction in the bull market. That's what I feel. A bear market is such in which the prices just keeps going lower across the board, and that is not the case here, because the economy, especially the Indian economy, is strong. So I believe 14,500 could be the floor, 16,800 could be the top. There could be a situation where July could be big, and then August and September could be back, and we'll be back to 15,200, 15,000 by September, and then a firm rally will take place. All this may change if things globally change, geopolitical situation in Europe changes. If really UK and Europe goes into complete recession, then it's a different thing altogether. If there are other things which we don't know crop up with respect to the pandemic, with respect to the economies globally, large economies, then there could be a totally different situation. But at the moment, taking into consideration the situation we are in, I think 14,500 could be the floor, and 17,000, below 17,000 could be the top. But things will be totally different, I feel, by 2024 January or 2024 February, as elections will approach us. We should be, we should have by then made a high, and another retracement would have started. That's my assessment for the market. Now, considering that, I believe that in July we could have a 4 to 5% rally in the market, then which sectors could be doing well? One is the agri space. I still believe that there is more traction left in some of the agri stocks. If you look at it closely, then there are a number of stocks in the agri space which could do well. We are seeing Sumitomo Chemicals as one of the picks for this month, could do well. Now, these are all for educational purposes. I just have a feeling that since it has declined to those support levels of 420 or so, which are very big supports, we could see a 10% move here, rally back to 460. 470 is not ruled out in a Sumitomo Chemicals. Similarly, Sharda Cropchem, I have a feeling that there is more traction left there, although I think new highs, or the current highs may not be taken out. But I have a feeling that there could be a 10-15% move here as well. The stock is around 630. We could see a rally towards 700 on this stock. And so these are the two agri picks, and also UPL. UPL has fallen a lot after surging in April and early May. It has fallen from those levels and now is trading at around 630, 635. These are all attractive levels for these agri plays. I think UPL from here can give you around 690 is a possibility in a month's time. So 6-7% here in UPL is very much possible. So I think a surge in the agri space with specific stocks could happen. There are other stock, Coromandel, etc., which could do well. Second sector that I believe that could just continue to perform and do well is the auto space. I think that problem of chip shortage may just be about to end, major, especially the chip shortage thing, and also raw material prices or metal prices, that is also falling tremendously. So I believe that auto space looks good. Already to my members on Patreon, I gave a call on Jamna Auto. They would have liked it around 108, 110. It was trading at, it has gone to 122 already, closer to new highs. It has gone to already. I think there is more traction left. So somebody who look to buy here can look at 140 as well over the next 6 months. But in July, I see 130, 132 on the stock coming in. One can keep a definite stop loss of around 116 or so, or if you want to be even close, then 119. But I think 116 is a safe stop loss to keep. So Jamna Auto is one. Another one is Endurance Tech, which looks very good in my opinion. Motherson Sumi, I feel can do well, but I think Jamna Auto and Endurance look good for a big move in next month. I think in July, these two companies could end up doing reasonably well in the auto ancillary space. Again, stocks like TVS Motors may still continue to do well for a month more. So another 10% of move possible there, 8 to 10%, between 6 to 8% or so. That is another auto space stock that one can look at. If you have a slightly longer term view, say if you have a 1 year time frame, I think mid cap IT could just make a big comeback. We are looking at situations where some of the stocks I do hold, so that's a disclaimer. Uh, so kindly take that on note, whichever stocks I talk about. So you can look at a KPIT at these prices. I don't think it can fall below something like 500. I think I don't see it going below 500. And I think there's a possibility that it could hit 570, 580 by the end of July or so. And then another retracement will happen. I'm not saying that won't, but over a year, I think over a 1 year period, I see KPIT making new highs. That's my assessment. Similarly, something like a Tanla at around 1000, 1100 and 1150, all those levels, I think it can go back to 1400 over a 6 months period. It can go back to 1250 over the next 1 month or so. Similarly, a Mastec can go back to 25, 2600 over a 6 month period and can definitely have a 6-7% move even from here. So 2250 or so is a possibility. Tata Elxsi, a possibility of 9,000 coming in 6 months. Tata Elxsi, in my opinion, can go to 83, 8400, 82, 8300 next month. So I think there could be a decent move in the IT space. Now, why I'm saying, say, for example, in Tata Elxsi and 8300 in a month and 9,000 in 6 months is because there will be a major retracement, I feel, in August and September. So one has to have a 1 year to 18-month time frame to make big money here. I still feel from October onwards there could be a smooth rally coming in this market. I think a lot of things will be priced in. So mid cap IT and some large caps like TCS around 32, 3300 looks extremely good. So that's another pick. Infosys, the way it is trading at, looks good from a 1 year, 18 months period. So in my opinion, mid cap IT, some agri plays and autos are something to look at from a 1 month perspective as well as from a 18-month perspective going forward. All right, so I'm ready to answer your queries. Kindly use the super chat and super sticker feature that will help me grow the channel. That will help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Ashri, Wipro can also move up 4-5% from where it is and probably 20% over the next 6-7 months. But there could be even more traction in other stocks that I have mentioned compared to Wipro. GG Reddington, in my opinion, is a 2.5 year play. It's not a short term play and should do well, very attractively priced. So Ritesh, Kelpest a stock that I hold, and I have a vested interest in here. I have a long-term position in here. I feel it is trading at very attractive levels here. I don't see it breaking 300 that easily. I still feel that FY23 it would have an EPS of around 23 rupees. Considering that, in my opinion, at 23 rupees at around 320, 330 is trading at very attractive levels at 14, 15 times. A lot of things have to happen. So if you really want to make money in Kilpest, you have to hold 3 to 5 years, and there's a possibility of 2000 plus on the stock. So that's my call. So Sequent bought at 180, same here, Mr. Babu, and I'm holding. If I had money, I would have averaged here. So yes, you can average, but don't buy big. But you can average in here. I think these levels look good from the way the management has talked about. But you should have an 18-month time frame here as well. So Apollo tires is an avoid. I think look at auto ancillary stocks. Don't look at tire stocks. They would be under pressure because of the higher oil prices. As simple as that. I think auto stocks and auto ancillaries, other auto ancillaries, should perform going forward. So that's the call there. So basically, what I wanted to say is that the market could be up and down for something like the next 3 months, but then things will fall in place, and there could be extreme volatility in September, August, and September just before the big move. So you would remember that during the pandemic, March was an extremely volatile and down month. And then the recovery took place. Similarly, in 2016, February was really bad, and second half of February was bad, and then the recovery happened from 6800. So everything happens whenever huge move has to happen, there has to be a major you can say drawdown in the market, and that is exactly what happened in 2013. The market was meandering between 2010 December to 2013 August, and in 2013 August everything fell. It was a total calamitous fall, and no, even if somebody was not shorting, they ended up shorting some stocks. They felt that nothing will go up ever. So these things will happen. I think September could be that month that will really you can say gut wrenching kind of a fall and all, and then the big move will happen. So the thing I'm talking about, 14,500 will happen, 117,000 will be hit. So Maruti at these levels is an avoid. I still feel Maruti around 6200, 6300 is a buy, not at these levels after such a move. Yes, it is a possibility. It's headed towards 9,000, but it's expensive at the moment. All right, guys. So one last query I'm taking, and that is SHIL from Buchi Babu. So I believe SHIL has a very good potential. I still feel it's a 1200 rupees stock over a 2 3 year period. If somebody can hold, it could become 4x. I think numbers will come through from December onwards, so there could be a lot of volatility, but these are very attractive levels on SHIL. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being online. Please like and subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon so you get my videos straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thank you.